Remember one time, I said, nitapita katikati. How many of you remember that? Some of you laughed at me. Some of you said demeaning things. But today I want to remind you, it was because it was an attempt to isolate the mountain that at the end of it, I became the 10th vice president. Not because I was elected, I was appointed by Kibaki. No, it was a negotiated position. But that negotiation took into account that the 40 against 1 was issued, and we said no. Your cousins, Ndugu Rigathi, Ndugu JB, from the mountain, south of the mountain, said no, we will not allow any isolation of any Kenyan community from the rest of the Kenyan society. And today I give you my pledge. For as long as I am alive, you guys should sit pretty. My little contribution, nitahakikisha kwamba Kenya is one indivisible country. Executive order number 1, do away with housing levy tax. We've said that. You're even sitting here, sitting idle, you're seeing William Ruto convert all freehold land to leasehold land. What does that mean? In the villages, what will happen to even community land and other lands?
Nobody should intimidate you that you are meeting here with our cousins from Ukambani. There is a tendency in this country, when other people meet, it is called national unity. When the people of the mountain meet, it is called tribalism. The other day we saw Githinji and Gideon Moi having a nice time, saying that it is national unity. When Rigathi sits with Kibe Mugai, they say it's tribalism. We are saying if sitting with our brothers and sisters who talk the same language is tribalism, let it be. Chinua Achebe, that great writer from Nigeria, wrote in one of his greatest works and said when kinsmen meet together for a feast, it is not because they don't have food in their own homes. They do so because it is right for kinsmen to sit and eat together. My kinsmen, nimepongeza tumeketi pamoja. Na wewe Githinji, ukitaka kesho kuita sisi wa kabila, wewe endelea. Sisi tunaongea mambo yetu, wewe enda kwenu uongee mambo yenu. Kuna mtu wana kwao? Tutigimeni wote shoketweke hata? We cannot, we will be foolish people. That people want to label us tribalists because we speak our language. God in his own wisdom created 41 communities in Kenya. If God had a problem with people speaking their language, he would have just created one homogeneous community in Kenya, speaking one language for the whole country. But God in his own wisdom created 42 ethnic communities with different languages so that we can have richness in diversity. We are proud of our language. Na yule anakasirika tukiongea lugha yetu ameze wembe. And I have said nobody should admonish me for speaking my language in Murang'a. When I'm in Murang'a, the people of Murang'a are my people. I am not an Englishman, and I'm not Chinese or Japanese. I speak my language when I'm in Murang'a, because that's the language they understand. Even you people, just speak English when you go to the courtroom. Hii wakati ingine mnazungumzia sisi Kisugu ya nini? Wewe wajiro noigwa. Usiwahi kuongelesha mimi Kizungu tena bana. Unless you are in kotini. Finally, ndio niseme two things niite JB Muturi, our brother from Embu. My good people, I have a special appeal to make to you today. My community and I are in trouble. Deep trouble. We are under persecution by Githinji. Our community faces extinction. Our businesses have been ruined. Our agriculture, our tea, our coffee has been ruined. Pending bills of our people have not been paid. We are in trouble because we elected Tugege to the National Assembly and the Senate. That is why we are in trouble. If the people in this room had offered themselves for election, like Gachagua, like Kagusha, like Wakili Mureu, our community would not be in the shit we are in. As we mourn Raila Odinga, I must admit, I admire two things about that old man. And I'm really very touched by his leadership. Look at the political party that he built called ODM. A strong political party that though he has never been elected president, he is able to get into every government and get what he wants. Because he has a strong political party. But most importantly, his political party, all the legislators are top-notch lawyers. These are the people who have protected Raila Odinga for 30 years. If you look at Raila's team, James Orengo, Otieno Kajwang, late, Omolo Atiende, Karoli Omondi, Peter Kaluma, Edwin Sifuna, Stewart Matier, Catherine Muma, Mile Odhiambo, the bad girl, Beatrice Oyomo, Tom Ojieda, Okongo Mgeni, Mohamed Faki, Ochieng, and Babu Owino. Great minds. Great minds. Then nyinyi munanipatia Kawanjiko wa Matinga wa Makeki. Ate nani? Ate nani? Ate wa Mavosho. Good people, my people. My people. Your leader is in trouble. He has no foot soldiers. You have given him Togages. Yet you sit here, great minds. Great minds. And you can see the lawyers you gave me have stood for the people. Gachagua, Wakili Mureu, Kagusha. I'm asking you tonight. I'm asking you tonight. The party that have formed to look for government and to protect the interest of our people, the DCP, I'm looking for 140 legislators. I am requesting this group here tonight to give me 40 lawyers to back me up. I want to plead with you tonight, and I have come here for that purpose only, to plead with you great minds. You cannot say politics is dirty. By you staying away, the country is dirty because of bad governance and poor leaders. How can you leave our people in the hands of Wamofosho? How? Our people, you are so educated, you are so learned. You must offer yourself to lead our people, to defend them, to make good laws, to represent them, and to start firmly in what you believe in. I'm calling upon professionals from our community. You are the majority in this country. How can your community be in trouble because you are refusing to come and defend your community like other communities do? Look at Raila Odinga, that old man. He has rested in dignity because of the way he has been protected together with his community by professionals. Our professionals on election day, hampatikani, munaenda kukoroga maflati huko Ruai. Kati wa mwekaga. Ati mwenda koroga. Lilia furori ora pagirwo ryo gwatha ugoikara. Ati mugathie koroga-ini. Ari ake mugathie kuhura ngovu. Ndamwira ho umuthi uyu. You professionals, when there is bad governance in a country, the professionals and the middle class are the first victim. The people who are feeling the pinch of bad governance in this country are the professionals and the middle class. You cannot stay away from the electoral process. You must not only come out to vote, but you must offer yourself to positions of leadership, to come and govern your country, protect your country, and protect your community, and protect your families. Niye ndamuria na gitio, niye ndire muge muno no ndire kirimu. Ndarora uguo ndi muthuri, ndirona nduma ya nyumba ino itu. Mwarega guka mundeithia tutaithanie na atongoria aya ma. Tuhite mundu uyu ndagacoke. Na tukorwo na andu akurugamirira nyumba ino itu, mani tukuona u. Koguo ni ndamuthaitha muthie mukome mwicuranie mugiukira rucio kiroko mutue matua. Ona inyue muke tunyitanire. I want to thank my brother Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, my cousin. Hi cousins. Hi Makuzo. Let me tell you, when Ruto chased me away from government, he had a very big plan to isolate the people of Mountain and create vote versus one like he did in 2007. I had to make a very quick decision. First and foremost, unite our people, and then look for our friends and our cousins to make sure William Ruto does not isolate the Mountain people. And the first thing I did, I looked for our cousin, Kalonzo Musyoka, na watu wetu kutoka Ukambani, tumeshikana kama simiti. Nimetoka hapo, nimeenda Coast, nimetafuta our cousins, the Mijikenda. Nimeenda Mulembe Nation, nimetafuta our cousins. Tumeenda Kisii, tumetafuta our Makuzo. Kutoka hapo nimeenda Masaini, tumetafuta mashemeji wetu. So I want to confirm two things to you tonight. Our community is united as one. Number two, William Ruto cannot isolate us. We have our cousins with us and we are safe as a community. Mimi nimebakisha kazi mbili peke yake. I must take you back to government in a big way. That I must do and I will. Number four, and the most important, I must mentor young leaders to take over leadership. The hole we are in as a community is because nobody cared to mentor young leaders. Ruto came and confused us because we did not have leaders. I am in the process of mentoring young leaders. Gitungati John Medhu from Nyandarua, Gacheri from Kirinyaga, Senator Murango from Kirinyaga, Senator Nyoto from Muranga, Huyu Getonga Mukonji from Embu, and many other young leaders akina Ngogoyo kutoka huko pande ya Kajiado. And I must do that because it is the right thing to do. I cannot be selfish as a leader and fail to mentor young people to take over leadership so that we don't find ourselves in the hole we are in.
You cannot sit out there as professionals and complain that there is bad governance. Indeed, I think, again, there's a cliche that if good people sit out there and don't participate in electing or putting into office good government, then actually you are complicit in having that bad government that is put into office. Similarly, you cannot sit silent there in the face of monumental injustices happening in your country. Again, you'll be complicit. You must, and many of you, I must read aloud many of you that I've seen in various fora, stand up and shout that we will not sit idle. We will not allow this to happen in our country. Thank you very much. As I end, I want to remind ourselves one thing. With these great minds, we must not fear, we must never fear to engage in whatever negotiations. But we must never negotiate out of fear. We must boldly state things as they are. And that's what many of us, or some of us, have done. Stating things as they are. Let me congratulate Professor Muluvi and his team for filling the A in the Gema Cultural Association. It's been long overdue. We are now full. And Eunice Lumalas has just confirmed that she too, and the Mulembe Nation is part of our cousins as well. And indeed also, thank my brother, Rigiji, for boldly sticking out his neck there and saying, no, we will not be isolated. We will look for our like minds, our cousins, our brothers, our shemejis. My brother, thank you very much. You did well.
It has been said that when you sit and complain about bad laws, bad legislation, it is because those of you decide to sit in the comfort of your living rooms, or sit munaenda koroga, as ndugu Rigiji said. Munaenda Ruiru kukoroga. Now, 8 million of us could not brave the morning chill on the what date was it? On the 9th of August, 2022. And the result of it was election of a government that has now come out to be seen worldwide as a thieving administration, a corrupt administration. The #1 corrupt leader in the world is now, because the reigning champion was Assad of Syria, and he was overthrown and fled to Moscow. The #2 most corrupt leader is a Kenyan president. Is that the kind of reputation as learned friends that we want to have in our country? Therefore, we must get up. We are coming here tunataka tu ndio nikamilishe tufanye mugithi. The time for doing something is now. The late Professor Wangari Maathai, you remember that Kenyan icon, from the mountain. She was my deputy minister when I was a minister for the environment. And she gave the example of the hummingbird. Asema the hummingbird aliona mlima unachomeka kama Mount Kenya. And then the big animals, the lions, the elephants, they could do nothing. But the hummingbird started with little wings and enda nachota maji, anakuja kujaribu kuzima hiyo mto, and then the big animals asked a little bird, what in the world are you trying to do? And the hummingbird said, at least I'm trying to do something. Now, lawyers, members of the bar, please, in only little way, we cannot have a country go down the drain while we call ourselves professionals. And so, I want to ask that election time, an election is not an event, it is a process.